Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Ulfbert. We're going to be casting today 82nd AD as Axis versus BFTB as allies in Saint-Marie-du-Mont with a midpoint AA network as the mid capture point of the map. It's going to be the second round of these two teams facing each other in this map for ECL 2026. Right now we are in the process of waiting for map flip to get our respective squads and positions, and then we'll launch the game. So in about a minute or two, they said they're going to be flipping the map. So thank you for waiting. Thank you for staying there. Today, casting from 82nd AD as Axis will be Das Altberg, and I will be casting from the perspective of BFTB, the German team. This is going to be a Division 2 match for ECL. So hang in there. Okay, we have map flip. So in a second, I'm gonna change the scene. This is live now. I'm waiting for my... You guys can kick me after. Okay, I'm gonna deploy. Okay, we are taking flight. We're gonna switch the map over here. Here we are. Like I said, this is gonna be Saint-Marie-du-Mont with AA network as the midpoint. We have BFTB going with the medium and Stewart probably, and two trucks down the main two lanes, E and F. And on the German side, we have Commander DP draws with a supply truck in the middle. We see two trucks, not fully manned, going probably to go down these two lanes as well. So it's going to be a very interesting fight. We see also medium and light doing the same as the Stewie and the medium over here. Most probably the first garrisons are going to be done in this red line, somewhere either here and here in order to feed the push. Probably going to see a third Gary here on south of Warner Brothers. And we're going to see a very important garrison probably have to be defended and maintained throughout the game here in the zone called Gardens, which is in this case to my right. I'm facing south right now. So we're going to be facing south for most of this. 40 seconds to go. We're going to see if any truck snipes. Germans most probably are going to try to fight for this road to this 5-cornered way, 5 points. And then another secondary but important fight is going to be about Pierre's Farms here on the east. This is where you can place MGs in one of those roofs and crossfire into the point, controlling this wheat field. All these are very important points. The first match between these two teams, BFTB, defeated 82nd AD. So we see if today 82nd AD can take revenge. Okay. One truck with the commander was destroyed. No other connecting rocket. Check the stats real quick. No points. Yeah, except this one. So they connected the commander here. They killed commander and someone else. Okay, we see control for Gardens is commencing. No new rocket connecting. And here we start. 82nd AD. Okay, one truck goes down. A second truck goes down. 1 for 1. But 82nd AD continues the cap progress. We see the Greyhound making its way to 5-way, and the Lux establishing itself in the hard cap. Very nice spot to be in. And here comes the Stewies, which might contest this point. One Stewie is somehow pushing in the open, which is probably gonna die to this B4 any second now. I don't know who is in that crew. Okay. Bumble realizing it's too exposed. Still cap progress going 82nd AD way. Despite the 2 Stewies in the circle and the Greyhound on the side, this B4 is gonna pick one of the Stewies. 1 Stewie down. Very good here for Reggie and crew. That practically consolidates the cap progress for 82nd AD because the Greyhound is going down as well. Great job by Reggie's crew over there, disposing of two tanks. Let's see what the medium is. We haven't seen the medium is very conservative in the back line. This is very strange. Usually the medium goes in one of these angles over here. So this is the problem when you play too conservative with the medium. The other medium picks up all your light tanks. So now this tank is extremely exposed. One could even say out of place right now, but it's we see the Lux peeking. Don't show side because it might go down. Okay, now is the battle of the lights over here. We see a second Lux. I don't know. This is a pickle, right? When you're in that kind of position, you don't know. You cannot retreat. You have to stay and die. We see 1 Lux over there, 1 Lux over here, and the medium got hit. One really good positive thing about BFTB is that they control all of Hockey Stick, which is that big trench leading to Gardens. They have a big push on Dagout, and they are gonna be disputing 5-way, although they have a Lux that's gonna control that. And also positive for them, they have a good front door, and they have full control of Pierre's. So that's really, really good for the German team. The Stewie, nobody stopped him. The Stewie decided to go Gary hunting. How is this possible? How nobody marked or nobody saw this? One Gary is gonna go down. The Gary we... Come on, Stewie, you can do it. The Gary we mentioned is gonna be here. This could be the second. But this other medium denies that. That's a very fast second medium for 82nd AD. Very fast second medium. It's already on the field, where the other one is a little bit behind on cattle sheds. Excellent job by both teams getting a second medium out. Like I said, the Lux really helped clear this area. Although they are very weak now after the update 19. It is excellent that they kept it alive. No more frontal armor versus bazookas and light tanks anymore. But this Lux managed to open the door for the 2nd AD into the trench. And if that is successful, that means Gardens will be in danger soon as well. Great start for 82nd AD so far. Let's see the battle for Pierce Farms. Another Lux doing his job. 82nd AD armor today doing a great job. This is probably the Merc crew, yes. Okay, the light tank goes down. but it allowed for people to infiltrate the buildings, which is excellent. Now, I don't see any MG trying to set up, but this is a typical roof. We need someone to lift you over there. So basically, BFTB has been pushed to the margins, to this angle and to this angle. It has been pushed a little bit back on the front door and the battle for the trench here. Let's take a quick look. As long as that looks is alive, we're gonna be peppering anyone coming out of gardens. Great job here. That's a very good OP. Let's see from the perspective of BFTB what they have to go against. The two mediums, one split to help clear Pierce, and one stays here in the open, fighting probably the medium, or keeping that medium in check, the P4 in the trenches. The Lux is having a party today. Let's see if this medium here by Danny should dispose quickly of that Lux. I don't know why they don't push a little bit more. They could be doing this on this trench right here, and then go up and kill that. Finally, the Lux goes down from bazookas. This I don't understand. This tank is not even firing. What are they doing right now? I don't understand. At least fire HE at something. It's just a piece of relic from the museum, stationary there. No front door for BFTB. They have been erased from the front door. So this is gonna be... If this tank was positioned... Okay, he got hit now. At least he could be helping this infantry, right? Okay. A little bit over 10 minutes on the clock have passed from the start of the game. And we see excellent push here, front door. The next point is kettle shit, so this front door is extremely relevant. It's not something secondary. Some of these gunfights need to pay close attention to. We see here Ripperoni, Scooby-Doo, Swellboy are gonna go against Hull 9000, sorry. I demoted him. Janek and Curse Whispers. You see that 82nd AD has support from armor. They're getting shelled in order to push. Whereas BFTB has no armor support. It's just infantry versus armor and infantry. Look at here. Look at here. 7 people, 8 people. 2, 3 SLs. There's an MG here, Jesse. The battle for Pierce continues. Let's see, Jesse is looking. Crossfire. Yeah, she's gonna be able to pick anyone, him or her. I don't know if Jesse could be. Is a unisex name. I don't know this player in particular, but he could be looking that way maybe. He's missing opportunities. If he sets up here. Okay, this is a good line. A good line of blue infantry over here for BFTB. The holding, the keeping 82nd AD in a way boxed in. Let's see if the first heavies are rolled out. We see the first 76 coming up and the first Tiger. See what I mean? Like, it's in the second row, and this isn't already passing into the fourth. 82nd AD has been very good with the timing of the tanks. This is a full crew. Well, this is a ferry by Kendrick. So probably the speed of bringing it fast is going to be compensated when they have to fill the tank later. Whereas this is already ready for battle. Probably going to help this this medium kill this B4 here by Reggie and crew. Let's see some of the areas where BFTB has made progress, which is here after removing the pesky looks over here. New threat identified. There is another P4 on God's Hill or Dugout Hill. It's very hard for BFTB to do anything until this armor brings the heat to that hill. Let's see where the action. Okay, Pierce Farms. Let's say push with a medium. So we're gonna see here BFTB doing progress. Yeah, they're parking one of the mediums over there. This is our spot. Jesse got sniped. There's Jesse and Jesse. We have Jesse with E, Jesse with I. Okay. Making my cast harder than it should be. This medium has an excellent crossfire onto the point. We see Papi on the left over here, bringing a bazooka. This is excellent by BFTB. How many times do you see people actually conquering the points on the flanks, but then not focusing on crossfire? BFTB is not losing any second here. As soon as they get a stable foot, they immediately start looking, as they should, onto a crossfire into the point. Great job. Medium is now a little bit lonely. No threats though. That is the only potential threat for a satchel. But here it is to help. Spy Earls wins the gunfight. Is gonna burn the OP. Come on, driver. It has a Thompson. So it's gonna come. Sorry, the Thompson, no, the MP40. So it's gonna confuse the heck out of that crew. But the spotter should see the backpack and should realize MP40 with Thompson is not a satchel. MP40 with the backpack is not a satchel. So that loadout, the spotter, but they don't have a spotter. Okay. They panicked a little bit. Now this medium is risking it all. The reaction by the second AD is really good. They brought bazooka, and they brought Shakir again to try to satchel. This is very good because Germans usually, the German Axis faction usually has a problem with AT, but we see Tommy as well. So the two squads over here, they have the respective bazooka people. Very well done. The battle for front door is still meh. It's still not leading to anything, but we see that 82nd AD push has been distracted by that medium over there. So we see a little bit of a cleanup in the front door. If only... Okay, this is what I was begging earlier. If only armor would push a little bit forward. It seems that the P4 is still alive and there's a P4 on guard. So this heavy flanking over here might try to dispose of one of those. Dugout is still firmly in control for 82nd AD. We hear the heavy over here. They're not committing still, but they are looking for that P4. Okay, let's stay close to this trench for a little bit. crossfire from that before is brutal. This medium, it seems to be completely unaware of that. Although they might have an angle right here. If the gunner commits, he can shoot through this little hole right here. Or peek him. He's battling the other before. A tiger, sorry. So bye-bye medium. And the heavy might win this gunfight too. Oh no, the tiger is reversing. Excellent rocket by Tetris. This medium didn't communicate probably that he died to a tiger. Whee! Pistol out. Okay, we're gonna come back to that tank fight a little bit later. Okay. So far, none of these battles have created a breakthrough for either team. Unfortunately. Let's see. The infantry is very even. Look at this. The infantry on infantry is 265 to 261, so extremely even. But the Germans have an overall larger kill, like almost 70 kills more. Because armor is doing better. Look at the armor difference, 58 to 26. Let's get the armor scores up. This doesn't show tank kills, but infantry kills by armor players. So, like I said, the big difference is in armor here, and a little bit on MGs. And look at the sniper difference. The German sniper has killed 36, and the US, in this case BFTB, seems not to be running any sniper tonight. Let's get a little bit closer to the front door. This is going to be an interesting... A big bomb goes up. Was that Artie? This might be the major break that we were waiting, like infiltrating one of the spots. David goes down. Once this SL or these two SLs put the OPs here, this is a major breakthrough. No OP. Mike is still conservative in the back. Let's see where T-Rox puts the OP. There's a Gary in danger as well. This gunfight, out of these gunfights right here, will depend the life of that Gary most probably. I see him crawling. Reminder that when you crawl, you don't produce sound. So, Wiz Wookie over here has no way of knowing, unless it's a flare or a warm Gary, warm OP. Whereas Trivox has intel that there's someone on the right. Extreme good discipline by Trivox, not trying to shoot anyone. The P4 is making a big destruction. This is great. Another steppy from David. You can hear the steps. Great job by Trivox. No, he fired. But David dies. Very lucky, Trivox. Now he sees the Gary, or he hears it. He hides in a bush. And he hears the tank too. Very smart, because if you make a run, this tank will machine gun you down. Look at all the gadgets over here. A tank convention. Big danger here. We're following the adventures of Trivox, and he's extremely good discipline. Don't shoot anyone. Don't shoot anyone. Don't shoot anyone. Wow. Trivox is giving us a masterclass. OP up, that close to a tank. Wow. Bring a satchel. Now he starts to fire. No one covering this angle. We hear another 76. Here we go. What'd you do? Bazooka or... No! Ripperoni! Ripperoni, what are you doing? You had to go here through the bush and put a satchel. What are we doing? Okay, the Gary. Beautiful. Go for the... What? Go for the Gary. What are you doing? You're not gonna kill... And now you TK? Okay. Okay. The satchel should have gone on the tank and the rocket should have gone on the Gary. What are we doing? What is this? A cell? Trivox didn't tell you what he saw. What is this? What is this? This will have been a Gary and a heavy down. All the work, but that a cell thrown to the garbage. One tank down. Excellent job by the... I think it's a heavy. It was a medium. Or... Because the shot didn't come from here, right? I'm confused. Maybe it was this Tiger. This 76, I mean. Okay, a little bit of a big misplay there by people who spawn in that OP. Gary is still up and now has Trivox in the hard cap. The medium is still on Pierce, has not been contested. I'm surprised this heavy here in Technopatat's Tiger has not been able to kill that one. It's a battle for building cover. There's a new tech over here. You do that and then you get people on the roof. I like this strategy. When the commanders are up in the commanding position, they can see the entire map from there, and when the point is the middle, it's excellent because you have in Foy it's also possible as Americans. Trivox continues, but Trivox, you need a better crew. You need a better squad, brother. Your discipline is being squandered by undisciplined infantrymen. Okay, let's see if they catch. There's no Gary, but it's gonna hear the steps. Yeah, Primo didn't bring the headset today. Oh, Primo gets erased. That was an AP round to the face. Why do we have this here? Why do automatic riflemen spawn on a Whammo? Yeah, it should be satchellers and bazookas. Or support to drop a box. What? Is this a cap attempt with one OP? We see here Ripperoni taking a garrison. Toruk, who should have spawned on the OP and shot that Gary, is on the other side. Progress is coming back to BFTB because the tank is shooting back. Toruk, you can kill the medium. Let's see the discipline of Toruk now. What? Wow. Okay. Ripperoni dead. So that tank should know that there's some kind of spawn on this side of the... A key... Software will see the OP. Okay, this push is over. Let's focus on other parts. The battle for Dagout is still a meh, like it has been for so far. Earlier, BFTB was trying to push through this inverted pizza slice. Pizza slice is here, but this is like the inverted pizza, this triangle. Nothing has come of that. US Ranger still in the box, not in the red yet. No Wamo today. Yeah, I would say so far the big difference has been how 82nd AD has distributed the armor. The armor plugging holes for infantry, whereas BFTB tanks have been extremely passive on the defensive, waiting for things to come to them. And still they have managed to get some tank losses, even if they're playing with advantage of holding a spot. Finally, Turuk got the message there was a Gary there. Gary gone. And tank is in danger. Let's see if Freezing Taz manages to squeeze a satchel over here. Don't put it proxy, it won't kill it. He does have the satchel loadout. We see the MP40 is getting the satchel off the wall, and he's gonna die now. Medium goes down. Yeah, armor is showed up today for 82nd AD. Shot on the back. We see BFTB re-pushing over here. They reposition themselves. They're trying everything. They're trying every flank. The second AD has been controlling them excellently. They don't control hockey. 82nd doesn't control hockey, so this could be another push potentially. But Artie is massacring this, and tanks are, particularly this tank over here. It moved down to Dagout, and they have another tank here. Both are doing a great job while controlling one flank and this flank. Where is the yeah, the God Hill went here. Okay. Pretty stable fight so far. We saw a spark of genius over there being spoiled, but that was it so far. Pretty stationary. The lines have not been punctured yet. Let's take a quick look at... we see one Gary going down. Good job, Hani. So they infiltrated. Finally, they've made a push to cemetery. They had pizza slice under their control for most of the game, but somehow they never pushed. They never committed to this push over here. And now they have, and now they got rewarded. One Gary down. The Gary is usually over here or there, so it was a good push and a good find. There's no support player, and there's no supply, so the Gary's not gonna be up anytime soon. Apache making sounds, making noise. It's Apache versus an SL. Let's see. He's not aware. He's aware now. To look left. What is this? What is this? There you go. Yeah, you have the sound has to be on 70 or 80, brother. Let's go. He saw him. He missed. And he got saved from Teddy 97 with the MG. Apache lives. 3 people down. The Gary went up. I don't know who brought supplies. I didn't see any. Magic of spontaneous self-appearing Garys. Apache goes down. That's the end of the excursion for him. 82nd AD reacting properly. Is there a tank here? It is not anymore. The heavy got bored. The medium. Where's the heavy? One here and one here. Okay. So we're gonna see some fights here over. If the tank moved here because they're trying to push, the 76 takes down the P4. We see that P4 going down to that 76. We see that controlling gardens feeds this road into Dugout and feeds this road into Hockey and Five-Way. But so far, they have not been able to break through. This carry is in danger. Probably Starlord, Ranger, VNT, or Tommy. Let's see who's the lucky Gary destroyer today. Okay, Tommy has the advantage because he has a bazooka. Tommy alerted, very self-aware. And rocket or dismantle? Rocket. Simple. Tommy gets the CE. Let's go. So they got wiped on the left side. This is compensating for this push over here with 3 OPs. And a medium has been here all day. All day. So now this heavy, yeah, will need support. So this two-way turnaround is covering the butt of the heavy. But if this push now is two officers, if this moves closer to this trench system, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly for BFTB. The Stewie will try, but let's see. Tommy already wasted one rocket. Not wasted, used on the Gary. Let's see. If he dies to MG, then there's no... Okay, one bazooka goes in, hits the tracks. I think. He's trying to wipe the OP. It will. But then one OP goes up for Ranger, and Starlord is gonna lose this OP. Tommy doesn't lose any second. Gonna finish the job. Get the OP! Didn't get the OP. Okay. Starlord's OP stays up. Infiltration. We were talking about Wamo earlier. Well, they went through this gap, they showed up over here, and now they have a Wamo Gary. This was supplies, as you see, supplies that the map doesn't show whose supplies are these, but sometimes the supplies dropped by the offending team, in this case 82nd AD, in the blue zone for BFTB. So the Gary went up, and now this is very predictable though. The Gary here is very expected. If they tell you we lost C line, that means it's going to be a Gary there, particularly when US Ranger is playing Wamo player, is playing Recon. Starlord probably going to update the OP somewhere in this trench. So this OP is going to be here. And the heavy with good judgment moved away. Or died, I'm not sure. I think it moved away. We see a frontal push. Let's take a quick look here. People in the trench. There was some cupping progress that I didn't think it was gonna pull through, but now we have to pay attention. Progress going for BFTB. The Wamos always come at the worst time, right? But they're losing all the gunfights, despite the smoke. Chuff killed 4 or 5 people over there. Tobes healed 9,000. The typical OP in the trench is being crossfire from 5-way. Progress up and down, up and down. This pincer maneuver might work because there's no tank in WB. And this is a medium. Okay, Kaunashi and Fupa recognizing that they were out of position, so they're gonna try to provide... Yep, but that's not how you play WB, right? You play behind the building. Okay, they're not gonna play that, apparently. You're gonna keep moving. Battle of mediums over here. Both without a spotter. Yeah, so blind tanks. This rocket will alert that there's armor here. He rakes on... Oh, it's a heavy in the front. You're not gonna survive this. Why even shoot at a Tiger? Why even shoot at a Tiger when he's facing you? That was the end of that push. And the heavy's still up. Progress has stalled though. There's no more blue berries in the circle. Let's see if they can kill this Tiger with the infantry. 3 riflemen. Okay. You telling me nobody could come with a satchel? Bazooka dies. Is the OP dead? The OP still up. Delta OP. If this was a satcheler, it would have been already dead. And there's a Gary too. Okay. Network progress. It's just Tommy inside. Delta OP might get wiped. Yes. Swell boy. Okay, that was it. BFTB making a push on the other side. The 76 gets hit once by this Tiger. Techno will win this fight, probably. Oh, it was tracks. Oh, wow. Why you stop in there? 1 Tiger down. Great job from that 76. The first shot was turrets. Good job there, Tenny and crew. And this Tiger might try to finish the job, but the terrain is cruel. The view is horrible. You have to stop earlier, no? Why stop there? Watch out, there's 2 tanks over here. This Tiger might, yeah, they need to reverse, get out of there. Very interesting. The game got a new life with that push by BFTB. When the halftime has passed, unfortunately, it didn't resolve in any serious capping progress. I think it never went more than 30-40%. Meanwhile, the Wamo persists, but they are aware. They marked earlier the OP by Star-Lord, which got removed. Ranger doing his things. Let's see. Let's see the view from hardcap. Everything looks under control. 176 hit once by rockets. This is extremely dangerous because if you get pinned first from the front, you have no escape. So that's why Kendrick is hesitant to push further. Tankers love hardcover, and they hate being in open areas. Extremely good push, good attempt, but even better reaction by the second AD, I would say. We have our own version of US Ranger. His name is Lionhearts, and he's trying to whammo behind the enemy. Maybe if he realizes there's a Gary on the 7th line, which would be rare, that right? Because you will imagine Gary's in the 6th, 5th column. Tommy spawns on a warm Gary. It's gonna do some ping rocket. What is he ranging for? They got a Gary somewhere and you're gonna range it? He's trying to go 1,000 meters. That means 2, 4, 6, 8. Is this Mark? He's trying to shoot this one. Yep, but the wall, the wall, it's a thing. The Gary's gone. Wow, Tommy, kudos to you. The Gary is gone, and that's how you do it. That's how you break the game. You find every little tweak and you take advantage of it. Meanwhile we see a very interesting garrison here. It's gonna be locked and gone. What is too close? That was too close. The Gary probably should have been somewhere here, right? Look at this Wamo Gary, and then feeds annoying OPs and shit. Like if you try to go to the Wamo right next to the circle, first it's gonna be blocked, second it's gonna be unusable, and third, why waste the time? If you get they could have got a Wamo here like ages ago. There's no Gary here. If you got gone a Gary here 20,000 years ago with all these supplies, maybe instead of having 3-4 OPs, you just have a Gary with 2 squads, and then these two OPs can be placed somewhere else as you progress forward. But I don't know anything, so I'll remain quiet for now. I mean, compared to a Gary right here, this is high traffic area, right? High traffic area for armor, for a Gary here. Very weird. He identified a half track, so let's see if a B strike is available. No munition for that. That was a strafing run. One would assume by BFTB. And everything looks okay on this area, like has been for most of the game. Maybe the only interesting area is here. What's going on with this heavy? Where's the heavy? To my right? Yep. Star-Lord's OP. Star-Lord's gonna be very, very quiet for the next 4 minutes. He probably won't even move. until he can get his OP up. That's another OP, like, is close to a road, very close to high traffic, right? Like, it's gonna... Even by mistake, when they drive by, they might burn it. Stuka? On the other one. They missed. It's like a domino effect. One blows up the other, blows up the other. The three go down together. Star-Lord, like I said, hasn't moved an inch. Because still here's the engine of this tank. Tommy comes from the Gary. Where is Ranger? I saw him in Pierce Farms earlier. Where is Love? Look at this offensive Gary by 82nd 80. Very close to each other. Let's see if the commander wins this gunfight. It wins one. There's Jolman, Tobes, and US Ranger. Okay, US Ranger takes him down. Or it was Jolman, I don't know. Anywhere you find the commander, you know there's a Gary nearby. It's like you can sniff the perfume. Soft air, very aware, reacts quickly. The same with Kirpri who goes down. Ranger with a double kill, and then he gets his payment from soft air. Yeah, you cannot take lives indiscriminately. You're gonna get killed too. The so-called caster's curse, which I think is silly. If you follow anyone for too long, they're gonna die, because that's the game. It's not any curse. It's just logic. Look at him, standing... no, this space, you can get a few kills, but then if you wait enough, you're gonna be seen. You're gonna get your wig blown up. Moving, nice. Very nice push here in the line. Milk is surrounded and dead. Very good reaction by BFTB when the commander saw so many people pushing. So now they bring a tank. Look at the fast reaction. The guy was removed. The guy was removed probably by Major P. Let's do a little flyby. $37 37 and coin extra change left on this game. Feels like an eternity, because is the nature of this map. It's very slow paced, very stable points across the map, so feels like an eternity. Okay, David goes down. I think Tivrox bar him down. Milk wearing white. Okay. I don't know if that's a mistake or it's a troll, but they're gonna see you. Look how you stand out in the green, like a sore thumb. a flanking heavy tank. Okay. And a flanking medium. And a pushing... Okay, this is another push by BFTB. I don't know what this heavy is gonna accomplish, really. Do you need a heavy to clean infantry? Or you need a medium or a Stewie? They don't seem to have a fourth crew. They have 3 crews. Interesting. Okay. So I don't know who to follow. Let's follow. This heavy's gonna go down. Maybe not. Kendrick is not gonna move from there. He's very good at being stationary and an annoying, hard to kill tank. So he's gonna stay there, deny that push. But this tank is trying to get some crossfire, but there's no one here. Rooster is an SL. Boomer Sooner is an SL. Let's highlight vehicles. Yeah, he's ages away from any armor. Medium and heavy. And heavy. They realized there was a bush and they consolidated in the circle. Yeah, like I said, that's what it prompted. It prompted a satchel to move there, but nothing to achieve. This was a rep station? I guess so. Tetris rocket connects, but ricochets. So far both teams know there are 2 heavies on point. I don't know if they know about the medium. And they're trying to make a push go, but this point is extremely hard because of these open areas. This is open area, this is open front door. The hill helps you, but once you finish the hill, you're in open territory. The same happens for the Axis when they lose the point. Funny part is, this is exactly what happened in the first game between these 2 teams. The second ID was Allies and BFTB was Axis, and this is exactly what happened. They captured the point and they held it to the end of the game. We see the medium and the Tiger trying to find new angles. This tank is gonna go down. It's gonna get double tapped by medium and heavy in the span of 30 seconds. Hello, Tiger? Tiger, hello? Shoot the turret. They're waiting for a double tap. But there's no double tap on turret. You need triple tap, so you should have shot him as fast as you could. Yeah. No, don't shoot the front! Dice might get the kill. This other heavy doesn't even know what's going on. And heavy goes down. Dice takes the kill. Yeah. They try to coordinate, but it didn't work out. I will have sent the P4 up here, and then when you get ready, back. It was a good try. 76 went down. That's what matters for the game. One heavy is destroyed. The other heavy was not in a good spot, and the other heavy now is gonna push the same. Literally, this tank just died, and you're gonna try the same? 1, 2, 3 versus 1. It takes the medium, which was wounded. You're in a corner here. Can you keep reversing? Yeah, go back to the shadows. Good job there by Tenny, but it's gonna get super pushed by that heavy now. First shot goes... Don't tell me it's turret. No, it's hull. 76 destroyed. Good shot. A T-gun destroyed. Don't show side. We see the big difference here. 1,400 kills for the Germans, 82nd AD, versus 1,200. In infantry, is going in favor of the Allies, 985 versus 915, so it's not a lot of difference. But then again, sniper, 106 kills in favor of the Axis. And the MGs, look at the MG difference, 220 versus 79 or 80 in favor of Axis. Armor balanced out a little bit, although there's a difference of 20, 22. Artillery, rockets, pretty even. The big difference here is now MGs and sniper, making the really big difference between both teams. And we see here top 10 infantry. We see it on the ticker on the south, on the banner, but we see it also on the left. 84 kills for Janek, 63 to Anglik, 62 to Dice, who we just saw took by himself with 2 nice side shots, at 76. Let's check real quick if there is any. Okay, this one more I might subscribe to, like and subscribe. Let's see if something comes out of it. A roaming bazooka man. See if we can get the Gary. Nice, 1 Gary down. And this is, again, these two are predictable. This is where you had to put them. So he knows that. And now he's going for the other one. You might see it from this hedgerow even. Yeah, from here you can see it. You can see the box. Ranger, let's see if Ranger can kill him before he kills the Gary. Two Garys down. Excellent job. This is what a proper whammo does, right? A whammo on the side. And Ranger goes down to a rocket. Quack, quack. Yeah. Sometimes being in cover helps you. Sometimes it helps the splash. Very good job here by Bazooka Rocketman, who redeploys. There's a medium going down here. P4 went down to Doom Warrior. Great job there with the bazooka. We see a lot of blues now on this side of the map. 2 bazookas, 1 satchel, 3 bazookas. This is what I want to see in a proper whammo. Chaos. And let's see. Okay, this guy... One of the problems is because he used the bazooka instead of the main weapon to kill Ranger, he didn't kill the supplies. If you kill the supplies, you delay a lot this repositioning of the Gary. That's a pity. So... Also, he was unlucky because the bazooka didn't get the Gary and the supplies. He only got the Gary. The TP draws quick reaction there. I don't see this frontal push working anymore, but I do see some progress from Pierce. Again, no whammo Gary. Could be 1 Gary here, right? We see here, this is Recon. Tommy. Tommy's gonna get the supply. Star-Lord with CSOP. There's a lot of people here. The 2 Recons. He repositions the Gary, the OP here. The Gary is in danger. Let's go take a look. I don't know if he's gonna see it though. He is not. He's not looking where it was earlier. Toby? The other way, brother. 76 making a move. There's a tiger there who is turning. Uh-oh. Why? Why would you take a shot like that? Wait until you shoot engine. Or you shoot front? What is that? What are we doing? Are we shooting bushes? He's stopped. Tiger destroyed. A little bit of a mess there, but he got the kill. This is a P4 over there. And what is that, a Puma? That's a Puma. This 76 might wipe these 3 tanks. 1 is down already. Yeah, this tank is gonna go down, and then next is the Puma. Sorry, Reggie, Godfella, and Clover. Your days are over. Major body block. Come on, Heavy. What are you doing? It's clearly pushing you. Don't present side. What? What happened here with Clover on the driving? Is that tracks? He shot tracks. What? What's going on? What? What are we doing? Where's the gun? Come on. This is funny. Tracks again. Good shot by Godfella. Very good shot. That's how you shoot, not tracks. Oh my god, Julian. You're gonna get so roasted tonight. Oh my god. The first mistake was pushing over here and not shooting engine. Shooting whatever. And now you let them move, and now you're dead. Okay, I'm gonna leave that tank because it's gonna go down. Gonna blow up now in a moment. Okay, we have 21 minutes left. There's an airhead called, but already taken care of. This is Star-Lord with an OP in the circle. Yeah, we see there both tanks go down, and then another P4 goes down, unnecessarily 2 P4s down. We see a Brave Heavy over here. Maybe that was a distraction. Well, I wouldn't call this a heavy, but heavy armor front. That's it. No infantry to cover him. Someone is sniping. Someone is sniping left and right. Who is that? Is it Ranger? This could have been like a medium, a Puma, a massacre here, but ended up being a Satchel 76. Let's see how the progress here with the OP. OP go wiped. And yeah, good job here defending. This is the last, when you get into the last 15, 13, 12 minutes is when it gets chaotic. It gets really weird. Top fragger today so far has been Janek. 92 kills. We have no melee today. It's not working. Let me see if I can fix that. No, it's not a mistake. There has been no shovel kills. Star-Lord puts the OP, although he died. No, he's there. He didn't die. Crazy crossfire here. We see the OP here from Star-Lord making BFTB they have to react to this. They need to spawn 5, 7, 8 people. Artillery on point. Wipes the spawn from that Gary. We see the 75 Jumbo went down. Probably to this Kendrick's Tiger. We see here probably Kaunashi trying to wipe shit. Nothing to wipe but a Gary. Very clever Gary. And everyone spawns in it after he passes. Yep. If only he had a gunner. Look what you could have prevented. Which is actually, this spawn actually is keeping this point alive so far, because it's capping progress, but these people are gonna compensate. It's just too many people. One OP in the circle is creating a mess for BFTB. They lost a Gary in the south. This is creating a mess. Incredible. They need to get their stuff together. They're bringing a heavy. This is just too many people in the circle. There's 3-4 people in the circle. Tommy is on fire today. He's been connecting. Of course it misses after I say that, but he's been connecting, killing everything with a bazooka today. Okay, that chipped the paint off the front. Soft air, kill a few. Let's see if Dur... No! Did you see the AOP though? At least mark it, because then this bazooka will finish the job. This OP has created so much problems, so much trouble here, so many problems. Okay, come on, sniff out the OP. Great job, Dur. Dur did see him, see the spawn earlier. Very good. So trouble averted. Crisis has been controlled because Star-Lord has one OP only. I wish he could put a Gary, but he can only put an OP. Primo's gonna burn it soon. And when it burns is such a long cooldown that the tank might be blocking the sound of the OP. Okay. That will tell so if there's people in the barn. One heavy goes, no, one medium goes down. Somehow is showing ass to the south. Like, this area, you're gonna die. If you drive through this area, you're gonna get hit by some armor, always. Probably try to run and couldn't turn on time. The Gary has been destroyed, so Duderit has to, okay, he did, has to emergency Gary up. No Gary on Harkup still, because Commander has not been able to make it connect with the supplies. He got killed here earlier. Progress continues for 82nd AD. Let's see if they can Primo can get the Gary up. You see the supplies over there? I need to Gary right there. I'm pretty sure that's 50 meters range. German half-track with DP draws. They really want this point. Ooh, this is... If they make it inside the barn, this... Okay, Commander saw him, heard him, marked him. This medium needs to save the day. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. How many people are gonna respawn there? Half-track activated. Come on. Once this is spawned here, this is... The whole team should spawn there right now. We're waiting on a miraculous spawn. Yeah, I see people not showing up on other parts of the map. Okay, they win that gunfight. Unless I spawn in the next 5-10 seconds. Why are people not spawning here, putting smokes down? Commander saves the half-track, but I know that... Oh, okay. This is what I was expecting. Put some smokes, bro! Smokes, 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 smokes! Smokes and OPs. Smokes and OPs. Major, major play by Dipitros. It might pay off. We need Tommy to miss one of those rockets, because otherwise that medium will not be able to destroy this. The spawn has fizzled out. A lot of people died off of it, but some OPs went up. He might get engined. Okay, great play here by Danny. Okay. Oof. Oh my, BFTB struggling very hard, but so far succeeding in holding the fourth point, or the second point for them. How many OPs came out of the two OPs came out of the half track. One OP got burned by Tetris. Come on, Julian, win the gunfight. He does. The medium says, you know what? Fuck it. Bombing run gets the Gary. A very, very smart play. He could have done that when he drove that half track, but this with the tank now. 2 tanks. Technopatat says, I want to do that too. This would be 4-1. Pretty sure about it. Because they only have 1 recon. That's all the armor. That's all the armor BFTB has. 1 recon tank there, probably 1 dude. Yes. Okay, this is going to be 4-1 in about 30 seconds. Wow. Emergency. Emergency call out. I don't see any armor being spawned. That's 370, so the free medium. Nobody's taking it. The free medium. And 4-1. 4-1 with half the team misplaced. They should have all spawned here by now. Re-pushing. 3 OPs. They're gonna try... There's no satchel. There's no satchel. So this tank is gonna live here. These 2 tanks are gonna live here for long lives. Plus the heavy. This one redeployed or died? Died to this. Heavy and heavy. Once these 2 heavies get here, yeah. Very interesting. 3 OPs, 2 OPs. They need to bring bazookas. Okay, here we go. Without bazookas, Janek is on a roll today with the excellent. Janek has been on fire today. With that, he reaches the 100 kills as infantry today with the anti-tank class. Great job by Janek today, or Yannick. Excellent job, and BFTB might recap this out of 1 Gary and 2 OPs. Okay, this OP got lost and put here. Wow, I was not betting on this development happening. I was hoping 2 mediums, a quick Gary perhaps, and 2 supporting heavies would have been enough. Excellent job with 7 minutes left on the game, or actually 5, discounting the 2 for camping progress. BFTB is back in the game when they cap cattle sheds, and everything will depend about how quickly here Sapafusius can get a garrison there. All will depend on that. So let's see that gunfight. Because if the Gary goes up, even if it's a crappy Gary on this side of the... But if you get a Gary up in here, there is hope. Oh, okay. He did it right before the supplies went down. Amazing. Very lucky. Very well done. So that Gary's up. So they are back in the game. Need to spawn. Everyone needs to get out of the back Gary. Go to this front Gary. Tanks need to play very, very careful. Because this is the only armor they have up. 5 minutes to go. -2 for capping. These two Tigers, I think, play very smart when they saw the 4-1 going up. Very, very, very mature decision not to over push as well. Just stay in the back, controlling this. If nothing happens, we still have 2 heavies up. Okay, this Gary was crucial. He needs to stay up. Oh, T-Brox goes down. Echo saves the Gary. Woo! Is all teetering on the brink of collapse over here. One Gary is keeping BFTB in the game. Then, of course, they're gonna need another one. And they need... Okay, these two tanks need to play together. And apparently the push is gonna come from here, because this is where everyone is. This is the hunt, not the hunt for the Wrecked October, this is the hunt for the BFTB Gary. Nice. Echo reacting very quickly. Gets killed right before he sees the Gary. Durr's gonna finish the job. Come on, boys. What are you doing? They rig in the front. Yeah, Pumas now are overpowered. Puma, that's Gunner. Oh gosh. Oh. Oh my god. Come on, bro. No. No! There's 2 compartments here. They're gonna miss the Gary? Oh my god! He shot this hedgerow 3 times. Okay. Gary lives. BFTB lives. 1 minute 30. Is there gonna be enough time for a push? Tiger getting hit. Precision strike? No? Yes? Yes. Kaboom! One Tiger goes down. The other one is rethinking his whole life history. It's like, why did I pick tanker? Why? Why couldn't I be just RD player? Never dies. Okay. 1 minute left. Where are the BFTB armor? Okay, they're moving. Where's the heavy? There was a heavy. Hello? Hello? You don't have enough driving time. This is complete misplay. I know they're repairing, but just drive forward. 37 seconds. This is not gonna be enough time for BFTB to win this game. So we can... Unless it's an airhead, which I don't see, there's not enough spawn time, reinforces up. This is GG. 82nd AD takes revenge on BFTB from their first game in ECL 2026, in which they play this map and lost as allies. Now it's time for BFTB to take the L. It was interesting game. A little bit dull in the middle of the map, in the middle of the time, at 40 to 50 minutes. Then it picked up when BFTB was trying crazy stuff. Okay, medium kills the medium. And then it got really crazy when 82nd AD captured Carol Sheds. And then we saw some nice action here on the Gary that went up, that stayed miraculously alive, with Fupa shooting head throws. And this is going to be 3-2 victory for 82nd AD. Let's take a very quick look at the map and the stats. Now it's time to pad the stats with some final kills at the end of the map, at the end of the match. Sorry. We see here a very late Wamo. Trying to find the Gary, trying to see to get 100 points more. Rangers goes down. Player of the match, you know, without question, Yannick with 108 and a few tank kills and a few really good plays today. Interesting finish. Everyone is in gardens, having some beer. And the Gary lives. They're looking in the wrong compartment. 3 seconds, not enough time. 3 walks, I'm sorry. That was it. That was a 3-2 victory for 82nd AD. Let's see very quickly the stats. Let's give it to Yannick. Was a beast today. Okay, we'll continue with the stats after the 3 points. Okay, that was fun at the end. It got really weird. I'm glad I caught some of that. I caught a very nice 1,000-meter rocket snipe on a very predictable Gary position. A very good job. Trevox, as SL did very well today. Big difference from armor, as we mentioned earlier. The armor from 82nd AD was more compact, more disciplined, and stayed longer alive than BFTB, who tried, I think, some questionable pushes, sometimes alone, flanking. Not very effective after all. They were not lucky. First game they played, they were very good, but not this one. So the match between these two teams is tied now, and if I don't play next round of ECL, I will continue casting. I always like casting European matches. Thank you for watching, and I will see you, all of you, next time. This will also be up in YouTube as an archive, because in Twitch here we lose the recordings after a while. So if you want to rewatch this in a few weeks from now, you can check my YouTube website as well, which is linked here in the Twitch profile. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good weekend.